Recording in progress.
Watercooler. Ba 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 dow. Watercooler. Watercooler. Ba 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 dow. Hey, welcome to Watercooler. Welcome back to Watercooler, or for the new listeners, just straight up, welcome. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Lux, want to kick it with my Corolla digital buds of yesteryear. With me today, all the way in Orange County, California, we got Gary Smith.
Not bad.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't get it. It like muted. Can I get one more of those?
Muted?
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm even looking at my levels right now, and I got nothing.
Howdy, partner.
Oh, that is good.
Mhm.
I think you even did it better the second time.
How would you know?
So he did hear it the first time.
I know. I said I think listeners will be on my side. And then all the way in Austin, Texas, it's Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
It's pretty good. Pretty good too. Then all the way to North Hollywood, California, it's Mike Dawson.
Howdy, partner.
Oh, all right. Now it
Just straight up jacking your line, Gary.
I like it. Let's see it. Let's see if does Kalen take it as well, and then it leaves Matt the odd man out. But let's see how he does. And then all the way in Long Beach, California, like myself, it's Kalen Bean.
What's going on?
Oh, really, dude? You had the chance.
I'm not trying to jack intros. That's not my style. I got my own thing going on.
I was actually, I wasn't jacking it. I was just, I
Dawson,
was making it better.
Not only did you jack it, you freaking claimed it.
Yeah.
That's yours now. Enjoy. Yeah.
I'm gonna go jack it right now.
We still have a podcast to do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
We can
Cool.
crack
Wait.
one out later.
Yep.
All right. Crack one out. Settle down over there.
It's still my favorite way of doing it. All right, look, we got a lot to get into. Matt is back from wine country,
Yep.
and yeah, I
They
mean,
have wine country in Texas?
That's what
Parenthetically, in
His words.
Texas. Yeah. Wine country in Texas.
Well,
Very
hey.
important.
You're just going to have to wait in here. All right.
Very important. Just because grapes grow doesn't really make it wine country, but I'm looking forward to the Shay.
Hey, look, we're talking limestone rich soil, temperate climate,
Oh.
ideal
Okay.
conditions for growing grapes.
Ideal. And that must
check,
be why
check.
the wine industry is booming in Austin, Texas.
Matt, what
Booming.
time was it? What time was it when you looked up the word temperate?
Well, I can't wait to hear all about it. I'm sure we'll get a Shay sometime this week where Matt will explain what the Austin, Texas wine country.
Let me assure you, I wanted to tell you guys about the trip in addition to Shay segments. I've got stories from the trip. I want to share my experience with you guys. It was
Oh.
more than just drinking a lot.
Was this
Oh,
for
good.
your
We get to hear. Oh, good.
Was this for your anniversary? By the way, happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yes, that's right. Tomorrow.
Hasn't gotten there yet.
Did
April
Gary
2nd.
remind you of that one?
Happy anniversary.
It is
Thank you.
definitely on my calendar, Kalen. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
It is. It will be our 9th anniversary. Thus, we had our 9th anniversary
Oh my.
in wine country.
Oh,
Should we all leave
now.
at the same time?
Oh, you've
Just kicking
ruined it.
that
You
out?
just ruined it now.
What's the move here?
You're not on video too. You're missing
Oh,
out at Gary's
wine.
face. Oh, there he goes.
Gary laughed.
My
I don't blame
God.
him. He's doing what we all want to do.
Winth.
Is that really what it is? Because I know, like, what the first
Yeah.
year is like.
That's the rubber.
paper?
That's the rubber. You give each other a rubber band.
The year of the rubber.
It's the rubber anniversary.
Well, in our house, it was to celebrate the
pottery.
year of wine. Yeah, exactly. And celebrate we did. So anyway, we can get into to some of my experiences there because
Can we?
it was a great time. Can
I'm
we?
kind of hoping right now you'll just put a cork in it.
Oh,
Count it.
There you go. That's why he's Mike Dawson. Everybody. He gets to do that.
Jacking it and corking it.
Jacking it and putting the cork in.
Well, before
well,
we.
there's your title.
No,
There you
it's
go.
not. It's absolutely not that. All right, and well, speaking of Dawson, so you're getting ready for your cruise. You're doing
I am.
a big old gig,
I am.
announcing bands to come up on stage and play music.
I do my best work 45 seconds at a time.
It's an awesome gig.
All the girls say so.
Mhm.
Just kidding.
Hey, as long as they're there for the right 45 seconds.
Dawson always introed my band with, and now for the greatest band on this stage right now, it's Loxy.
Yeah, there are things I can't say. I've used that before on these cruises, but I got to be really careful about which bands I use that for, because some of them are just, kind of ragtag new, and they're fine. They can deal with it. But you get some of these legendary acts up there. I can't introduce Rick Wakeman like that.
No.
But
Who?
sorry for the dog.
It's a good way to get punched in the mouth.
He's from Yes. It's a good way to. He's one of the marquee players. The marquee players on this cruise are Rick Wakeman from Yes, and
He's from Yes.
Steve Hackett from Genesis.
Yeah.
You think
Early
Hackett likes
Genesis. Lamb Lies Down on Broadway and Jacket shit.
Look, we say it's an easy gig, but do you it's 45 seconds? You're introducing a band, trying to get people pumped up. Like Kalen, when he heard you were doing a 45-second gig, he was jealous. He's like, dude, that sounds like the easiest thing in the world. Just get up on stage and intro a band. Well, let's see. Kalen, introduce Rick Wakeman right now.
Rick Wakeman is from Yes. And he plays bass in Yes. Yes?
Yeah.
Are you asking the audience that as
Keyboard.
you're introducing him? Not a good method.
It's
Dawson,
your intro, Kalen. It's your intro.
Dawson, would that intro get Kalen punched in the mouth?
Yeah. Here's one thing that I said before. I
I hope you were taking notes, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes. I was.
This cruise is a prog rock cruise, and I do this joke sometimes on stage too, where I just say I find it ironic that in the beginning, Genesis kind of sucked, and I said something towards that on this cruise, and these people are the early Genesis people.
Oh, they only want the old stuff.
So I will reverse the joke. When I host the pre-party on Thursday night, I will say, it is wonderful to be amongst people who truly understand that in the beginning, Genesis was the best. And then everyone will be like, yeah, nerd. And
they go, but their later stuff sucked. Am I right? Anyone? Anyone?
It's fun. I got to host 2 Q&As. Those are the hardest things. Where you're on the
just
stage
shit-faced?
with a band for an hour. No, I don't.
Not the band. I'm talking about all the people asking questions.
Sometimes, but this is not that cruise. This cruise is, these people are generally
every cruise.
smarter, because this is prog rock. This is like
Roller
math
coaster.
rock. This is scientists on the bass and keyboards and synthesizers and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Singing about long.
So
division.
there's not hardcore alcohol abuse on this cruise.
Doesn't sound like very much fun.
Nerds.
Oh.
Yeah, nerds, but and then I don't drink while I'm working, but I'll
So you put the beer
hit
down
my
for that
quota
45
at
seconds?
11 o'clock at night. That's the hardest part, though, Gary, is waiting for those 45 seconds. And what am I going to do for an hour until my next 45 seconds? And, it's very, you're on a floating bar, and it's very hard not to just go drink.
I would imagine.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all done it, and it was very hard.
But it's going to be fun. I'll be prepared. For those of you looking at the video tier, this is a Rode microphone.
Yeah. So Dawson.
This is
before
how
the
it
show-
works.
It's not. He's speaking into an unplugged microphone. I bet this microphone does not work. But Dawson was basically showing how he's going to smuggle.
It doesn't
Unscrew
work.
the top.
Contraband. Let's just
Contraband.
leave it at
That's a
that.
good word. Yeah.
Here's a piece of contraband.
It's a lit
Why are you
joint.
putting
he's-
that in your butt? Listening.
That's funny.
Why don't you use the microphone?
And then
there you
pat
go.
it with other contraband, and that'll get rid of the shake. And that goes through, and you just put that in another bag with microphones. And
Now, what happens when you plug the microphone in?
Yeah.
The lights on
Absolutely not.
fire, and everyone gets high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The angels get high.
Now,
Love
Dawson, can I suggest that while you're introing one of the bands, you work in something like our next band is Contraband, and then you just light a joint on stage.
Ooh.
That would
good.
get me kicked off the boat, but I like it.
Yeah.
I thought this was America.
No, it's
No, international waters, bro.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I thought anything goes in international waters. That like supersedes American law.
Anything
No,
that the
it's
captain
maritime.
says goes.
It's maritime
If you're
law,
a
baby.
pirate,
Yeah.
All right.
You got maritime law. Just ask Job.
But
That's right.
so anyway,
That's a good.
red eye pre-party, and then somewhere in the Bahamas or Caribbean on we leave on Friday or somewhere on Saturday or Sunday and
What cruise line is it?
on
Do you know?
Wednesday. Norwegian.
Oh, nice. So do you go to like their private like island in the Bahamas or whatever?
We're going. We have. I believe they have several of them at each kind of destination port.
Yeah.
But the first place we're going to, I think it's called Puerto Plata, and that's just a cool fucking town in Mexico, and we just go into town and have some drinks and get some chips and salsa, and
How
it's
long
fun.
Are you gonna be in town
I
for?
love drinking in Mexican resort towns.
How long are you gonna be in town for?
Each stop is no longer than 10 hours.
All right, I'm gonna call you after this. Might need you to pick me something up.
Nope.
Oh, how long am I going to be in town until I leave? I leave tomorrow night.
No. How long are you going to be in Mexican towns?
He needs you to smuggle. I don't know. This sounds.
Contraband.
Yeah,
Contraband.
Gary wants to know how long you're going to be in Mexico and how much room do you have in that microphone?
In Mexico, there's a product. It's called zine.
Yeah.
It's very hard to come by here in America.
Oh, that's funny. That's true. I had a phone call with Matt about contraband this morning as well. A lot of contraband in my life these days.
Yeah, I'm sensing that. Well, Doss, I hope you have fun. Caitlin
I'm sure
just
you
texted-
will.
Caitlin
Oh,
just
I
texted me-
dude. This I'm blessed, man. Who gets to live like this? It's a lot of work. I'll maybe sleep 4-5 hours if I'm lucky a night. But there's miracles happen on these boats. Somehow I can get through 5 days of constant partying and noise and not be hungover once.
It's the Lord's work in
It's
action.
the Lord's work in action. It's a miracle.
when Dawson wakes up, he
happens.
just tells himself, "I'm not hungover," and then that usually works.
All right. Well,
Hey.
Caitlin just texted me another idea for your intro for Rick Wakeman. Oh, it's a script with you and Izzy. Dawson. Hey, Izzy, do you know what band is coming up next? Izzy. Yes. Dawson.
Oh,
"Well, who is
Jesus,
it?"
don't do it.
Izzy.
Don't do it.
Yes. Dawson.
Animaniacs did the best.
Dude,
Don't do it.
Caitlin, this is like 10 pages long. How
No,
do
the
you
other
have
cool
time?
thing, though. I know.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well,
The
I
other
just-
cool thing, the thing I'm actually most excited about is every night on the cruise, they have like a different theme night. And legitimately, one of the theme nights is called Cape Night. Now, think of the level of nerding that has to go on for 3,000 people to wear a cape all night. I have the same cape. I bought a cape for $6 on Amazon when I first got this job 3 years ago. I bring it with me every year, but I figured it out. I have, the shirt that I gave you guys with my face on it and the bandana.
Sure.
Yeah.
I wear
Surprisingly
that
comfortable.
shirt, and mine's blue. I wear the blue shirt, a red cape, the same bandana.
Oh.
So I am the dude on the shirt, and I look like a stoner superhero.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Now,
need
Dawson,
some
does anyone
pictures.
get clever with this and like make a T-shirt with the picture of like the Cape of Good Hope? You know?
Like the Cape Fear or something.
Yeah.
Even better. Just walking around with a big poster of that movie.
Smart. They said, "Hey, it's Cape Night, dude. I'm just following the rules." Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's good for a few free beers if you do that next year.
Yeah,
I think we have a Lebowski night. I gotta wear my Lebowski sweater.
Wow, this cruise was made for you, man.
I know. And then one night we're doing a Pink Floyd night,
Get out of here.
and I said, I have to dig through my DVDs and find Pink Floyd Live at Pompeii and bring it so they can show that movie at midnight on Pink Floyd night.
I'm surprised you just don't have a cape that covers all three of these scenarios because, this is right up your alley. And then also Cape Canaveral too. Somebody could wear a map of that. What is peak Cape? Because I think,
Yeah.
I personally think it's Batman. The Caped Crusader just
No, see, I'm telling you, I know what I know what's peak cape is. I think it's Superman's cape.
I was
No.
gonna say that's the
Because
most iconic cape.
It's unnecessary.
not only the first superhero, but
What cape is
immortalized in a Jim Croce song.
Correct.
Jim Croce didn't sing about any other capes, and I don't know any songs about Cape Fear or Cape Canaveral.
I just want to state for the record that another Marvel hero named Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, has a magical cape that also fights
yeah.
on its own. It is
That's
its
true.
own fighting cape.
Correct.
So I'm going to go ahead and say that is peak cape because it has its own, its own soul.
I also think that we have to throw in the mix George Costanza's father's lawyer.
That's a good job. War cape, very well.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to hear from the listeners. Give us your peak cape. James Brown's cape is pretty sweet. Dracula,
Elvis's cape.
Elvis,
Kid Rock's cape. No.
topical. I'm trying to think. But I mean, Batman. Kaylin, you think Batman's is equally unnecessary to Superman's?
No, I forgot that it forms and actually allows him to not
Thank
fly but fall slower.
Yeah. He Mary Poppins his cape to just kind of glide a little bit more. All right, well, yeah,
It would get destroyed by
Dracula
Dr.
had a
Strange's
pretty
cape,
cool
if we're being
cape.
Honest, though.
yeah. I know capes for the most part do seem unnecessary. It just kind of signifies that you're a superhero.
I just want to say again, in a scenario where two capes are fighting each other, only one of them will actually be able to fight. The other is just going to lie on the floor.
So every night I have to host all of these theme nights. Me and Izzy, that's our other big job. Is every single night we're on the microphone for a few hours, running the theme nights, contests, games, shit like that. It's awesome though. I was built for this.
You were. Take pictures of your costumes, please. And
Absolutely.
We'll do a little show and tell when you return. And
Now,
if
who's
anybody
watching
falls
the-
off the boat too, let me know.
Who's watching the egg while you're gone?
Good question.
Very important.
You're gonna need to get like a sitter.
Yeah. I'm sure you have someone coming in for the dog, but
Just have them take a peek.
you have them check on the egg.
Yeah.
The egg is alive and well and living in.
All right.
Can you bring it out right now?
Sure.
I want to see this. I want to see.
You want me to go get the egg?
I want you to hold it up to the screen.
And
Get your cape too.
Yeah.
whoever is
Wear your
dog
cape.
sitting for you, you better tell them to keep their fucking hands off that egg too.
Oh
Now,
my
what
God.
happens if we have some sort of a power failure while he's gone?
I don't think that bothered him. You think that's what would make that gross? After 9 months is
Fair point.
yes.
Oh, I do like, by the way, for anyone who wasn't in the meetup, that we have a person who attends the meetup every single month who their birthday falls on the day that Dawson will be eating this egg, and they're very excited about it. I thought that was
There's
fucking
no better
fantastic.
gift.
And by meetup, I assume. Oh, never mind. He's back.
There
I
it
meant the
is.
Mall of Money meetup.
Hey,
Oh, you know
Charlie.
what? No, Matt, I didn't. I meant the Mason jar meetup.
That's right. That's right. We had a hell of a meetup. And
Oh,
by
yeah.
some strange coincidence, I think 4 or 5 people were all drinking from mason jars. It was
Well,
incredible.
that was just
was
at
like
the
about
start.
half.
Once we made light of it, that number popped up to like 9 or 10.
Oh, at that point. But I just meant it. In the moment, it was
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah, and then Matt had the audacity to make fun of everybody's drinking cups.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
That was pretty rich. Matt fucking pointing out weird cups.
Oh, I get it.
What are you drinking
Well,
out of right now, Matt? It's a Wednesday.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because when I was on my trip to Fredericksburg, I just so happened to have gotten
Oh my!
a new souvenir cup.
What
That
Kaylin,
I'm
describe what
enjoying
he's
it.
drinking out of right now.
It's a disco. It's a disco ball. It's a red disco ball.
Yeah, those are some.
That looks like it's made for
That's good.
9-year-olds.
And he's sipping it out of a straw in like the most suggestive.
It actually has like a little plastic thing that keeps the straw from coming out of the coconut, you know?
Yeah, because Matt would
coconut.
lose
That's
that
a
straw.
coconut, you
It's
think?
like a pink coconut, you know?
Matt, that's not a pink coconut.
No.
Sure it is. Why not?
You're a fucking pink coconut.
Yeah, it's just one of many stops along the way in wine country.
And how does that conversation go
Typical
with your wife?
wine vessel.
Hold on. How does that conversation go with your wife? Julie,
Drinking
hold
wine
on.
through a
I
straw?
found a gem. I need to buy this. Just sit quietly for a moment while I transact with this person. Sir, how much for your pink coconut? My what?
Listen, Austin is bachelorette town. Every weekend you go out, there are bachelorette parties. And when you go to Fredericksburg, which is, wine country about 90 minutes outside of Austin,
Stop saying wine country.
the bachelorette party it's exponential. It's everywhere you look.
That's where they double up on the bachelor parties. That's where the men and the women get together. And they do the big group thing in the wine country. That happens in Santa Ynez all the fucking time.
All right, so I was trying to be reasonable with my wife on our drive up.
Were?
Yeah, I said, what's the over under on how many bachelorette parties we're gonna see? And I put the number at 10. And I'm curious what you guys think.
In one
I'll take
weekend,
the over.
We're there for like 36 hours.
just
I'll
because
take-
you're asking, it's the over.
It's the over, yeah.
36 hours. That's 3 a day.
Yeah, but you got to think about the weather, Dawson. This is like prime time for, people get married in the summer. So this is a prime time for bachelor and bachelorette party. The weather's good.
Yeah.
I'm picking the over.
Well, factor. I'm going to be contrary and go under.
I put the number at 10, like I said, and at the end of our first evening, which we just arrived on Friday, kind of schmoozed the town for a couple hours, went out for dinner, and then went back to our Airbnb. We saw 6 bachelorette parties. And I was trying to be very specific about it. Like, there were plenty of just girls' trips. I was looking for the tiaras, for the white boots, for the sashes, for the penis straws. 6 confirmed bachelorette parties on night 1. And then the next day when we started our wine tasting, the very first place we went to, 4 bachelorette parties in the same exact room. So we hit 10 at 11:04 a.m. And also at the first venue were these giant pink stretch limos and other cars that were converted into stretch limos, like a Dodge Charger stretch limo, hot pink with a
That's
hot
fucking
tub,
Texas, dude.
with a hot tub in the back. And every single one of them said like Brooks Bubbles, I think it's what it said. Anyway,
Matt, you're looking at your
Brooks
cup to
Bubble
see-
Bar. That's right.
That's a disco ball, Matt. That's not
Well-
a pineapple or
Coconut.
coconut.
We saw this place, we saw these cars and these groups everywhere we went. And then sure enough, we found out that in downtown Fredericksburg, there is a bar there where everybody meets up. And it was my wife's idea to go in there, for the record.
And whose idea was it to buy the merch?
Well, it came with the drink that I ordered, sir. All
You
right? It's not
ordered
my
the
fault.
souvenir drink. Good for you.
What
Every
was it called?
drink.
Hold on. What was it? What was the drink called?
It was a mango frosé. And it was absolutely delicious.
Rouge.
It was absolutely delicious.
Did you order it in the Dave Damashek voice, or are you doing that for our benefit?
I'm just doing that for fun. Just doing it with
Okay.
you guys. Yeah. So
And then-
listen, there's a lot more to get into. I want to
You're
save
telling
some.
me.
I want to save some for the Patreon show, because I got to tell you guys, I may or may not have had a paranormal experience during our
Now
wine
we're
taste.
talking.
All
You
right.
had 2 normal experiences?
That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
See,
But
that's
anyway,
what-
I'll say
that's the
that for the
title.
Patreon. I'll let you guys be the judge.
All right. Well,
I'm
we'll
already
talk about
judging
it.
you.
We'll
Just
talk
for the
about it
record,
in
I'm
the-
already judging you.
Yeah.
Well, why?
Why?
Let me count the ways.
Well, it is very bachelorette party-y, so very nice, Matt. I can't wait to hear about wine country. Look, before we get into a couple comments, I do have an excerpt from my bus journal. You guys want to
A
check it
bussin'
out?
makes me feel good. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
Let's
dude.
go.
Hell yeah.
I want to feel good.
All right, and once again, this is just a journal entry from my road trip in 2006 where me and 15 other guys bought a school bus, took it around the country. Our next stop, we were last in Washington, D.C. when Chris Bus broke the subway or the metro
Door.
Yeah.
Subway.
Now we're making our way up north. We go to Rochester, Massachusetts, it looks like. Rochester, Massachusetts has some really awesome people there. I met this dude, Will, who worked at 7-Eleven.
Young boys are such idiots.
Dude, there's something, man. There's an award somewhere. There's a Pulitzer in there. Something. A Marconi. I don't know. But
So many
continue,
questions.
please.
So
Yeah.
many questions.
I dropped a short version of our story, and he was way stoked. He recommended that.
I'm just picturing the drunk history reenactment of this in my head where the guy's mouthing the words like, way stoked.
Oh, Chris, this needs to be animated.
He recommended that we hit Maine because the cops could give, quote, a rat's ass.
He recommended. Hold on. He recommended the state of Maine.
Yeah, we should go to Maine because the cops could give, quote, a rat's ass.
That's pretty odd. Well, I guess
Like,
he's in
about
Massachusetts. Where were you? Rochester, Mass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, you guys should keep going north. Head
Yeah.
up to Maine.
Gotta check out.
I'd
Maine.
imagine in Massachusetts, they're all fucking Boston cops.
Check out Maine.
You know?
Cops could give a rat's ass.
What day of the trip is this roughly, and how many days from Miami, Florida are we? Because this seems like a very different zone to be in.
I should have put that. I did not date these. They're just,
Sorry, I should have
it's
known.
somewhere there.
Oh, Chris, I'm holding on to hope that somewhere in this diary it says wicked pissa.
Well, he also says you could pretty much smoke weed wherever in Maine. So there you go, Dawson.
Dude.
You don't even need a microphone.
No microphone needed.
Yeah.
No, dude, come on,
You have a
guys.
real
I
microphone.
have a travel agent for this. They tell me where to smoke. I don't need you telling me. I know these things, dude. I know that the cops are easy and cool in Maine. That's one of the things they teach us in stoner school.
He was super stoked on getting a Dean CD. Dean was the band of some of the guys on the trip, and I guess they gave him a
This guy
CD.
was stoked on a lot of stuff.
And he asked them to autograph it. He also gave me his MySpace. And then he wrote his MySpace on our bus. Oh yeah, we let people like tag our bus with whatever as we went through the country. His MySpace
Was
his
was this guy
MySpace.
working at 7-Eleven?
You know,
or I thought
Awesome, dude.
I thought when you
I
said that
think
he was
he's
like
working-
behind the counter, but now
Yeah, I
I'm
think
starting
he
to think
was. But he came out and run our bus, and he said, "Oh, his MySpace account is myspace.com/Willard420."
Wow.
Yep.
So this guy wasn't messing around.
So, yeah.
What was it? Are these sites still up? MySpace.com.
/Willard WILLARD 420. So that was his MySpace account.
Man, that's funny, dude.
Yeah.
It's a restricted profile.
I was at the Mint. Seeing Angela Petrilli the other Saturday night. And Chris,
His
I'm
name's
not sure if
William
you're
Fargo.
familiar, but there's this host at the Mint, and he calls himself Johnny Hot Tub, and he wears one of those Shriners caps, and he DJs and introduces the bands, right? I saw him there at the Angela Petrilli night, and I looked at my friend and I said, I've known that guy for so long. We're MySpace friends. Total truth.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a thing now.
That
That's
was
back in the day. That means you're
Yeah.
legit. That means you know each other for a long, long time. I guess everybody on the bus started writing their MySpace on the bus as well. So we tagged it with our MySpace account. So that was what it was like back in the day. We would do that. So there you go. So there's a few more stories out of Rochester, but I'll just stop there because it gets pretty fun after that. So there you go. Bustin' makes me feel good. What up, Willard 420?
what up?
All right. So before we get out of here, let's go over a couple of comments because it's been a minute since we've heard from you, the listeners.
Now it's time for listener comment.
All right. And to leave us a comment, there are a couple different ways you can do it. One is joining our Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, you can listen to these episodes ad-free, get an extra episode every week, and then there's opportunities for meetups, movie clubs, and things like that. We actually just did a movie club. We talked about the movie Friday.
It was fucking great. And we usually pair those with the meetup. So people who are sticking around kind of give us live questions and kind of contribute during those shows as well. So those are a lot of fun to listen to.
Yeah.
And you know this, man.
Yeah.
I mean, look, here, I'll read a couple comments from our Friday movie club. Bridget Bernard quoted Gary, "Tumors is a documentary about bald Brian."
Yeah. Well, other funny things, lots of funny things were said on the show. Great plug, Chris. Jesus Christ.
Fucking Chris.
I mean, I know he doesn't read them in advance, but he does
read
them as
they have to hit his brain before they come out of his mouth.
Yeah,
he's
he read
making a
that one
conscious
in
choice.
It was just funnier when I said it out loud. That's what
It wasn't a movie junkie claw, man. I feel like he perused that one before he opened his fucking.
Thank you, Bridget. Love you, BB. And then Darren Sutton says, WTF, no one has had Kool-Aid packets where you need to add sugar. I swear, when we were kids, I'm 39, they didn't have sugar included in Kool-Aid. They probably did, but
I learned something.
Yeah.
I learned something.
You add sugar to Kool-Aid. That was not news to me.
Yeah, because you can adjust the sweetness accordingly. I'm sure it already is sugar, but you should be adding more because it's not as sweet as it's supposed to be. And the movie junkie, he wrote a little excerpt here, just really quick, a few words. Here, I'll just read the first 2 sentences of each paragraph. Another great pick, Dawson. Friday so hilarious. Next paragraph. Controversial take. Like my controversial take on preferring Shanghai noon over rush hour. Yeah, that's kind of. He says, I actually prefer next Friday over Friday.
Oh, now you're crazy.
So there you go.
I think all three are pretty close together. I mean,
is the third one the one where they're working in like the strip mall?
Yeah, with Cat Williams.
I mean, that one's good, but I don't think that's. I think that one comes in third.
That's for
me. The second
no,
one
it goes
was,
in the order. I think it goes in the order, but I'm just saying they are pretty close together. I mean,
they're all pretty good.
Like, yeah.
I thought I don't know. I didn't like the second one so much that I never would see the third.
Ooh, left that bad of a taste.
The second one is just different. I think I don't think you disliked it because it wasn't good. I think you disliked it because it was just not the same.
It was yeah, probably, but it was also not good to me.
Fair enough.
All right, Movie Junkies comment continues. I played you guys making fun of my long comments and only reading the first line of each paragraph to my niece and nephew, and they thought it was hilarious. Oh, well, there you go. Here's another thing you can play for them.
We love you, buddy.
Love you.
I feel like you cleaned that comment up a little bit.
I did. I mean, there's a typo, but I feel like I got it right. Yeah.
Clean it up for the listeners and just.
I want to know how old his nieces and nephews are. I hope they're like at least 17, 18, 19.
I mean, old enough to have their own Patreon subscriptions for sure.
Exactly.
Because I can't be held responsible for the things I say on this podcast. And,
clearly, neither can I.
Yeah.
I hope they weren't listening to the opening 10 minutes of this show in particular, because there was some blue content.
Well, and then there's a lot of really nice comments checking in.
Mountains are blue.
On Puppy, and I think we should. I mean, I don't think you addressed it on air, did you? Oh, you did it on.
I did it in the meetup, I think. But yeah. No, my puppy's good. She's still recovering. She's still rocking the Matt, you'd appreciate this. You know how you used to have like the cone or whatever when your dog would have surgery so they couldn't get the stitches? Well, now the technology has evolved and she wears a Simpson style donut.
Like, we have the very donut, my friend.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear that. I would expect nothing less. So she's still rocking her donut, but she's good. It was successful. The anesthetic took a long time to wear off, like probably 36 to 48 hours before she was really back to normal. And now she's just kind of annoyed that she still has to rock the donut, but I think she gets her stitches out Friday or Monday, and then we'll be all good. So thank you everyone for the kind wishes. A bunch of people like reached out to me personally and like DM'd me, and like even Mikey, actually, Chris, reached out to me and told me that his dog was about to go through the same thing and that he'd been through it before with another dog. And it was just a lot of people were really sweet about it and really helped calm me down because that day kind of sucked for me. But it's all good. Thank you for the kind wishes.
Okay. Well, glad to hear that she's doing good, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Craig Callahan says, oh, a dog comment actually from our Facebook group. By the way, facebook.com/group/Boboiboy Army Worldwide LLC. He says, dog folks, do yourself a favor. I was tossing a helium balloon from my dog. I was tossing a helium balloon for my daughter's birthday. And like all good humans, I took a hit and started talking to my dogs. Okay, I'm just going to stop there for a second. Craig, you're tossing, like, you're
throwing away.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like tossing back.
Try to catch this. You can't.
No, I think he was getting rid of it.
I didn't get that either.
Okay.
At the end of a party, and he said, instead of just emptying it, you gotta take a hit.
Don't waste that helium. Helium,
No.
Yeah, isn't helium getting pretty expensive? You gotta.
Actually, I like the idea of him physically tossing the balloon, and then when his daughter can't catch it, he pulls it back down and then pops it open and takes a hit off of it. That's dad of the year right there.
I actually glanced at that comment and I thought the same thing Chris thought. And I didn't continue reading because I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah. Dawson's
just
read it.
moved
He's
on.
like, I don't think Craig deserves the rest of my attention right now because
Exactly.
Well,
I did.
Well, wait, if 4 of you guys thought the same thing, then maybe I'm just reading it wrong.
No, you're right, Gary. That actually makes sense.
No,
to me,
yeah.
Gary. It just shows how Dawson and my brain work.
I understood it, Gary.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't.
Well, he
Well,
started
me and Matt are
talking-
the weirdos.
He took the helium, started talking to his dogs, and they did not like it. They both freaked out and started barking. I wish I'd filmed it. Yeah. I mean, I never got into taking in the helium or tossing helium. I don't think. To be
Bro,
honest,
you never got into that?
Never.
Or
got
like
into
doing that every weekend?
Freaking
Chris,
straight edge,
there's no time like the present. I feel like you would. I feel like Benny would love that.
Is it bad for you? I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
It's fine.
Just get the nitrous, Chris. Just get a barrel of nitrous.
Does it
Well,
do
that's
like-
more fun, but it's not. It doesn't elicit the same kind of comedy.
I'm worried about
Not
any
the hippie
permanent
crack.
effects right now. I can't. I'm too old to have any other permanent effects.
No, helium.
Well, they're only
Nitrous, you
permanent
should
for
stay away
like
from
5 minutes.
Okay, Kaylin, do you do it?
I mean, yeah, if
Oh, yeah.
the
I can't
opportunity
do
presents
it.
itself,
I
of
can't
course.
do it then. Yeah. All right. Yeah. It's I can see how dogs would be freaked out though. They get freaked out.
that sounds kind of cruel. I wouldn't want to do that to my dog.
Yeah, Craig. Jeez.
No, I don't
Well,
mean
it
Craig was
depends.
doing it to be
How
cruel.
is that cruel?
It really depends on the relationship you have with your dog. I'm questioning the relationship Craig has with his dog. If his dogs were like, you're fucking
They're
weird,
just,
bro.
they're just worried about him. I think it's concern,
Yeah.
a bark of concern, not a bark.
Then
of anything else.
yeah, use the English language to express what you really mean to say, Craig. I'll be judging your next comment. Thank you.
I'm gonna be just like your dogs. You're gonna bark at you too.
Grr.
Nicholas Lay says, I've never been to jury duty because I never check the mailbox. I've been summoned at least 4 times in the last 6 years I've been in my house and never once went. They can't prove you got the letter. Nicholas Lay. So,
Stop saying his last name.
is it why? All right, Mr. Lay. I can't tell you how many times when I was sitting in that jury duty audience, looking around the room, and you know that line in Rounders where it's like, if you're looking around the room and you can't find the sucker,
You're the sucker.
you're the sucker. I couldn't find the sucker, man. Like I'm like,
Oof.
we're all here. These are all stand up. Wait a second. No. Yeah, I just felt like the biggest sucker. Everybody was telling me just dude, ignore it, and either way, I actually got my big check today. I got a nice $65 check for my time. So
Damn.
yeah, maybe I'll go to wine country.
When you get a dozen eggs or something.
You go to Boone's Hill with that kind of money, man.
Get some helium balloons. Let's see here. Let's go to another comment here. A lot of memes, which are very fun too. Let's see. David Carr says, just listening to an old Allison Rosen episode, and I think I just listened to the origin of the term Bobo Boys. If anyone's interested, it aired in 2014.
Yeah, dude. Could we find that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure someone.
I would like to hear you guys. I would like to hear this. I wasn't there.
All right.
I would like to hear it.
It felt weird to me. I saw a lot of people, they give me the time code, but it felt weird to just like play clips from other people's podcasts. I understand that we were all on it, but I can pull the clip. I just felt like, I don't know, felt a little weird.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But we can give her some love.
I think we could play it. I mean,
Sure.
look, Kaylin put his whole dad's podcast on our feed.
That's true.
Like
By the way, speaking of our feed, I was dragging through the old archives to try to find a "This Is How You Remind Me" clip, and among the many episodes, I did see Kaylin's podcast floating out there, which was definitely an anomaly. But I also came across a handful of episodes from the earliest days of the archive that appeared to not be on the feed, and thanks to some quick work from Chris Loxamana, we have uncovered some of those episodes. I don't think any of us know why they weren't on the feed, but I think we're going to try to put them up.
I feel like we might want to give them a listen.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
If they weren't there, that could be for a reason that we've forgotten. So
really,
maybe those are permanently scrubbed for a reason.
All right, I'll pre-screen them.
You guys got to live with no filters. It's so freeing.
Well, you've been smoking no filters for years, Dawson.
No. Dude, no filters. Those will kill you.
Yeah, dude.
You got to smoke filtered cigarettes, especially in an area that's prone to wildfire. You don't want to get any of those chemicals in you.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
Yeah.
You got to smoke with filters, joke with no filters. Marty Ward, he says, regarding the latest
Bussin' makes me feel good. Bussin' makes me feel good.
Oh, remix.
I actually like that.
I thought it would mute it, and it just re-triggered the sound.
Someone sample that, dude.
Well, regarding that, the one I read last time, he says, I love the idea of someone on that train losing their job due to the delay, leading to a messy divorce and their entire world being shattered. All right, Marty. That's pretty weird, dude. That's pretty weird that you love that. You love the thought of that happening, man.
Here's the thing, dude. Marty's got a shitload of skeletons in his closet. I'll tell you what, Marty, as soon as you tell yours on a podcast, then you can cast stones.
Well, he
no joke. I'm pretty sure he posted another comment saying that he recently signed up for our Patreon. He's one of our newest Patreon members. So,
fuck off, Marty.
Just be careful. Be careful. Marty, we love you. We respect
pays
you.
for, man.
We appreciate everything. We look forward
Thank you
to
for
talking to you.
Yeah. Listen, it's a podcast.
Marty, he continues and says that person's entire world was shattered, and now they've since devoted their life to two things: listening to the water cooler and getting revenge on that skateboard kid that caused a breakdown. And now, has completely sold bus down the river. Yeah, nice little redemption arc. The listening to the water cooler part. I mean, getting revenge on the skateboard kid. I mean, he doesn't skateboard anymore. He's a father. He doesn't need that. He doesn't need that revenge. But there we go. Thanks, Marty. Appreciate you subscribing, by the way. And then let's see. Jason Killip says, "Quote: Better living through chemistry." Dupont? Is that how you say it, Matt? Dupont?
DuPont.
I hope we all say it.
No.
Says.
It's an American company and American family. It's called DuPont.
Why are they spelling it like they're French then? My dad used to use it as a hook line when selling, and I was a kid. At Dawson. You can't just at Dawson on a Facebook. Love it, Jason. Thank you, man. Thank you for the comment. And those are our comments, everybody. It was good hearing from you. Thank you. Oh, no outro. But,
no outro.
You'll get one from Patreon, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, what's his name who just commented? He'll hear the outro because he just
Marty.
Patreon. Marty Ward.
Oh, Marty. Yeah, you get it, buddy. You get it. Just go to the next episode or any of the previous ones on Patreon. All right. Why don't we go around the horn and get our plugs, and then we'll record that Patreon episode. I'll start all the way in Long Beach, California. Kaylin Bean, what do you suggest everybody check out?
I suggest you check out me and my dad's podcast, Just Fooling About. Just scroll back a couple episodes, and you should find it pop up right there in your water cooler feed, and take a listen. We're actually doing a little
So
format
good.
change.
So good.
Hey, that's why I do it. We didn't have a guest this week, so we did an episode with just me and my dad and his friend Jim, just talking movies. Yeah, we get into it. It's really fun, actually. So check it out.
Does your dad know about the bean scale?
He knows about flicking the bean, but I don't think
Okay.
he's aware of the bean scale.
Wait, does he
Wow.
know about the segment, or does he know about flicking the bean just from being a famous actor?
Yeah,
Probably both.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a lot of siblings, so I would think the latter.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, if okay, so for those listening, if you obviously like Kalen talking movies, because he kind of does it on this show, and
Yeah.
Kind of does
I'm
it.
just
Are you
kidding.
going to take that?
he does it, and
Yeah.
yeah. So check him out. We love Kalen on the mic. He started all the way back in that small little window in the corner of the engineering room, and he has since just
He's a star.
demanded that he push his way
That's
through.
right. Because even before that, on that Allison Rose and Bobo episode, it was probably one of my first times like on mic around then.
Yeah, and now we worry about him.
That was fucked up. You put me behind that glass though.
All right.
You four all having a great time podcasting, and I'm fucking behind the glass, new guy just
Yeah.
sitting there, not getting to enjoy the chemistry in the air. It's
Scarfing
outcast.
down a rotisserie chicken.
Someone had to record it.
That's true. We needed that. All right, Gary, what about you?
Check out our water cooler. Check out our water cooler Patreon, man. Patreon.com/watercooler. The meetup we just had was Matt and I were talking about this offline. Like, I think that might have been the most people we've ever had at a meetup.
I think for sure.
They're growing.
I don't exactly know why. I know we kind of hyped up that the last one before that we talked a lot of shit. So I think maybe some people who just have that tier were motivated to come. But we had a bunch of people, and it was fucking fun. It was a blast.
There was one anomaly in there. A guy was like, "Yeah, I've been listening to you guys for years and years and years. I never even knew you had a Patreon."
You know what the anomaly about that is?
Yeah, that's not true.
You've
That
been
can't
around
happen.
for like a decade.
Oh,
I saw
Caitlin,
you
you wanna
walking
know what
around the
the-
Corolla Studios.
That's
The
what you call
anomaly of that
passive
guy-
listening.
The anomaly of that guy is that Chris and I both know that guy in the real world.
Oh,
yeah.
I went to dinner with that guy and my dad.
Yeah. Let's not say that guy. Let's call him Garrett. Garrett
Yeah,
Graves.
Garrett Graves.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
He's a big man.
I know his name. I was just trying to protect his anonymity a little bit, but
I shall not. No, I love Garrett. He's the guy who got me very sick on the Harry Potter ride.
Oh yeah, he got me free tickets to Universal. That was sweet. Thank you.
that was pretty sweet. I gotta be honest with you.
Me
That,
too.
We love you.
that Harry Potter ride was tight, but the cable management was really where it was at for me on that trip.
Gary and I saw that cable management. It stopped us in our tracks. Matt, what about you?
glorious.
Yeah, I just want to say again, our Patreon, patreon.com/watercooler. It's not that it's an extra episode, it's the rest of the conversation that we're having. So if you like what we've said so far, please stick around and you can hear the rest of it. And I also just want to once again shout out Brooks Bubble Bar for all their beverages. And,
We're trying to get people to listen to the Patreon.
for the great
Matt.
time that I had out there.
Hey, Matt, can you blow bubbles into the mic? I love it.
I don't know if anyone noticed either, but he's actually drinking out of two different cups. He's
I
going
noticed.
back and
I
forth
noticed.
between two different ones.
It's when the joke suits me, Kalen. All right.
And then Dawson.
I've never been more glad that I can't see you guys during this.
Oh yeah, you would lose your mind. What about you, Dawson?
Two things. I get back from the cruise on April 9th. On April 10th, I'm going to go check out Alistair Green. He's playing at Harvell's in Santa Monica. He used to be Alan Parsons' lead guitarist because I introduced him to Alan Parsons because he was my first bandmate, my first guitar player on my first record. Number two, I'm going to join Adam Carolla in San Diego on April 12th at the American Comedy Club. Saturday night only, 2 shows, and all my San Diego friends, please come down. I don't even think people that I knew in radio in San Diego even are aware of this podcast, but for those of them that may be listening, come out. Would love to see your face.
Yeah, make them aware, Dosh. You're selling stickers of your face on it. Just a little
little QR code.
little QR code, a little link, a little scan here.
But what does it scan to? You know,
The feed
I don't
for
have
the
a
water
bunch
cooler.
of clips up in places.
Patreon.
Yeah, the Patreon, baby.
Oh, that's kind of neat. Yeah, probably.
For more Dawson.
That makes sense.
Come here. And then as for me, I'm playing at Marina Wine this Saturday night and the first Saturday of every month moving forward for the foreseeable future. So
Yeah,
Look at
that's what we
you.
call a residency, folks.
Professional musician.
Wow.
Chris
Congratulations,
Hell
Chris.
yeah, buddy.
So
King
do
of the
it.
castle.
Ooh, king in the castle.
King. I'm actually king of Land of the Years.
So, Chris, right next to that Venmo QR code, I want a water cooler Patreon QR code.
Oh,
as
you
well.
got it. You got
All
it.
right.
And then also and this I also want to plug Willard 420. What up, Willie? All right, thanks. Great meeting you, buddy. All right, that'll do it for this episode of Watercooler. We'll see you later this week for Patreon. We love you. Goodbye. And that was the show.